Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick comparison video between some of these glow-in-the-dark thread. Hope you enjoy.
So I have had a few questions about the glow-in-the-dark floss that I've purchased recently. I like to throw in some glow-in-the-dark floss when it feels like it could fit. I try not to force it into a piece, I guess, but I do like to stick it in quite a bit. This is the Aurora Forest piece that I finished, and I painted the frame. I'm gonna fully finish it soon, hopefully in another video. Probably record it today, maybe post it another time, but I like how it carried in the back and it glows really nicely. So this one worked out pretty well. And I like to be able to just stick it in when it feels right. So I figured I'd show a couple of the flosses. This is a DMC. I have a lot of them because for a while I couldn't find them anywhere. And 123 Stitch ended up having a whole bunch come into stock, and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna buy like a ton. I think I bought 12 there, and then I, before that, bought maybe a handful at Michael's. I think it was Michael's. It might have been Joann's. One of the two had a couple, so I purchased them there. So now I have a bunch. But this is kind of hard to find in stores. They're frequently out of stock. 123 Stitch, when they have stock come in, I don't know, I'll check, see if they have any right now. But when they have stock in, they will usually let you buy quite a few. I think I bought 10. So when you see it, get it. It's white. You can see that, it's white. It doesn't have any sort of like coloring in it at all. Like there's no sparkles, nothing like that. So it's just a plain white. It's not very silky or shiny, I don't think. Splitting it is a pain in the butt. There's actually kind of like 2 strands to every one. So this is 1 strand. You can see that's 1, but it's actually like 2. Kind of twisted together, but that equals 1 strand. So that's a pain to thread it in the needle. I use thread gloss almost all the time. Actually, pretty much all the time now. I use thread gloss. So I will run it through my thread gloss. I like SewFine because that's what I can find here in the US. So I've purchased that from a couple of different local retailers. Local meaning like within the state of Florida, not necessarily local to me. But I will run it through just one time on the thread gloss, and it makes the ends a little stiffer to thread through the needle. I do the ends maybe twice, sometimes 3 times if I'm having a hard time getting it in. But that's what that looks like. And then I also purchased a few different kinds of Krennic. They have all sorts of thicknesses. They have a filament, they have a number 4, number 6, number 8, a 1/8 ribbon, and I'll show you all of these. The number 4 is very fine. The filament is like the thinnest. 1/8 ribbon, 1/16 ribbon. And they come in a bunch of different colors. I will link everything so that you can see what they are. and I'll go into detail obviously for and blending. Just trying to sort them out a little bit. I used this on my Bats and Booze stitch along, the Krennic, and I used a number 8, which I do not really recommend for cross stitch. Oh, I didn't realize that that popped off. So apparently that pops off. You could probably store needles in there. Huh, who knew? So this is what it looks like. It's pretty thick. I would say this is probably 2 strands, which is why I bought it, because I typically work 2 strands on 18 count, but this was really thick. This is fine, number 8 braid. And putting it into the needle was a pain, because it's got, as you can see here, it's got like, it's basically like some, what do you call that? Plastic, maybe some plastic pieces. Let's see if I can show you. No, that doesn't really help. It's like some pieces of plastic, and then there's some thread in there. But look at how, like, this is 1 strand, so you would only use this, and that's really hard to thread. So again, get yourself some thread gloss, because it makes it a lot easier. For this, I think I only used 1 strand. I don't think I used 2, because when you make your X's, it's actually pretty difficult to get them to lay flat. They bunch really easily, and it just makes it look bulky. So I would definitely recommend the finer thread, which is the very fine. And you probably can't really tell the difference, but you can feel the difference. This is a lot softer. It's not as stiff as the number 8. And these plastic pieces, the green, is actually a lot thinner. So that's what that looks like. Hold on. These are all very fine. They have a white, a green, a pink, a yellow, and an orange. And I don't think that Kreinik has any blue. I'll have to look. I don't think I was able to get any in that. They also have this blending filament. So when I think blending, I think of putting it with other colors. And I tried to put this with another color, but this was a pain just to even thread. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's like everywhere. So it's very, very thin. There's like 1 piece of the thread and 1 piece of the plastic. And I didn't really feel like I could see this very well in the piece with another color of floss. So I decided not to use the blending filament. It is a mess trying to like wrap this thing back up. I'm just gonna put that down. So yeah, it comes in all the different colors. I haven't played with it too much because, like I said, I was expecting to put this with another color, specifically the white. I might play with it some more, but I was pretty aggravated, to say the least, by that one. This is the 1/8 ribbon. It's very thick. I don't know what I would use this for. I just wanted to buy a couple and see like what the deal was, because when you think ribbon, you think this? And I was curious what that would be like. I haven't tried stitching with it yet because it just seems like way too thick. And I have no idea what you would use this for. But if you have any ideas, feel free to comment them and I will try to test them out because it's very interesting to me. This one doesn't pop off. So that's good to know. Okay, so I guess I should show you what the 1/8 versus the 1/16 ribbon looks like. Let's see if this one pops off. No, it doesn't want to come out. Should have prepped these before. Who would have thunk? Okay, there we go. So this is what the 1/16 and this is what the 1/8 looks like. They're maybe, you can't really tell on the video, but the 1/16 is definitely a little bit smaller. Can you tell? Probably not. So that's what they look like. This 1/16 looks a little bit more white and the 1/8 definitely looks a little bit more yellow, and I don't know if that's just because of my lighting or if it has more of a yellow tint to it. Can't really tell. Yeah, this one, the 1/8 still looks a little bit more yellow than the 1/16. So that is that. I'm gonna try to record all of these and see if I can get the glow in the dark on camera. If not, I will just take pictures of all of them. Maybe put them up on a board labeled and stuff so that you can see them side by side. There is a blog post, and I'll link it because again, I don't remember the name of it, that compares what they look like in sections between the different sizes. There's a bigger size than these, the number 12, and I didn't buy that because I felt like the number 8 was too big and I didn't really see a need for that. But I also have some Sulky. I just bought these. I haven't even opened it yet, but this is what the box looks like. They come in a cute little 6-pack, yellow, green, orange, pink, blue, and purple, which I'm pretty excited about because Krennic doesn't have as many colors and DMC only has the one. I'd love if the DMC came out with more. So I haven't tried stitching with these yet. They're a lot thinner than the DMC and even thinner than the Krennic, but they're very soft, which is nice. So you can barely even see that. This would probably take quite a few strands in order to glow, I feel. It's like hard to see if it's capturing on camera. I mean, probably can't see it. Even, I'll use a different color. Let's go purple because I think that's the darkest. It's like bowling over here with all these spools. Okay. I also like that I can wrap the DMC on my, good night, on my Pip and Chip bobbins. They have the DMC glow in the dark color. Holy moly, how much is this wound? Goodness. There. That was wound quite a bit. Okay. Let's wind it back up a little. So this is what it looks like. Again, it's still very thin. You can barely see it on the white paper. Probably better just to hold it up against the black. So that's what it looks like. As far as how many strands, I don't know because I haven't played with them yet. but I will do that and then get back to you. Probably make another video, or I'll just do it. I'll just do it tonight, hopefully tonight. And compare all of them. Maybe I'll do like a couple test strands on black or something. See how many strands I would need for that in order to make it look good. So that's what I have. Again, these are Sulky. They sell them on their website. These are Krennic, and they are sold on 123 Stitch. I haven't really seen them anywhere else. I think Amazon does sell them, but I think they're like way overpriced on Amazon, probably because it's like third-party sellers and not necessarily from a retailer. And then the DMC you can find at Michael's, Joann's, and 123 Stitch when it's available. I feel like the glow-in-the-dark colors go out of stock a lot quicker than some of the other specialty threads. So when you find them, you just kind of have to snag them. The Sulky, they had stock. I've never tried purchasing from Sulky, so I don't know what their stock is like on a day-to-day basis, but when I went to purchase, they had them in stock, so that's, I feel like, a good sign. So I will come back and maybe try to take some video with it glowing. Once it gets dark, my sewing room gets pretty good light during the daytime, even though it only has like one small window. Let me stop fiddling with that. So I will try to take some video at night and do the comparison of them all glowing. I guess I'll leave them all out and we'll charge them in the sun. And I'll leave them by my window so that they can all get some color. So this is just a brief overview of what I have, what they look like. Here's all of the Sulky. Here is the Kreinik. These are the ribbons. These are the blending filaments. This is number 4, and this is the number 8. And as you get bigger, they get thicker. So blending, number 4, a number 8, and a number 12. I don't remember. I think they might have had a number 6. Maybe not. Don't quote me on that. I'll link all of the different types, and then this is the DMC. So that's what I've got. All right, so here we go. We've got all of them out on the table again. I stuck them by the window and I let them charge all afternoon, charge, whatever you call it. And then I came back after stitching with some friends at Panera and totally forgot about them. So by the time I remembered and got back in my sewing room, they were not illuminated at all. None of them were glowing. So that's good to know. I don't know how long they stay on for without a light. I've been thinking about buying a black light and seeing if they glow with the black light. I might leave a black light on them at night. I don't know, something fun to do. But I wanted to come back and record, so I've had them under my aught light for maybe about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And I just figured I would see what they look like when I turn off the lights. So here we go. Ooh, that looks really cool. So the Krennic, which are right here, these, they seem like they glow their actual color a little bit better than the Sulky, which is these. I'm going to turn on the light so I can see which colors are which. So purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and pink. These 4 kind of just glow blue, I guess. The yellow and the green, I guess, glow a little bit more on the yellow side, but the blue and the purple, I feel like they're pretty much just blue. So that's good to know, because this blue color is something that I've been looking for that they didn't offer with Krennic, so I'm excited about that. And then these are the number 8 Krennic. These are the blending filaments, and then these are the ribbons. And then this is the DMC. Oh, this right here is the DMC, which is what I have on this hoop. And I don't feel like the DMC stays lit very long, but I like the glow of it. It has more of a green glow to it, like your normal glow in the dark color, I guess, when you think of glow in the dark. It's got more of like the greenish color, but it's definitely white. So it makes it easy to change out the colors. Like if you have a white in your pattern that you think would be really pretty to have it glowing at night, the DMC is a pretty good change. So I'm going to try and do a stitching comparison. How many thread count, whatever you call it. Why am I blanking right now? How many threads in one stitch, and I'll do maybe like a block of 10 or something and see what I like as far as coverage goes on an 18 count. How many strands, that's what I was looking for, how many strands I would need in order to get the coverage that I like, which is typically like a more full coverage. I know a lot of people think it's bulky having 2 strands on 18 count, but that's what I prefer. So yeah, I will stitch up some of those things and get back.
Part 2 stitching comparison will be done at a later date. Keep an eye out. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, comment with any questions, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell for part 2.